Some experiences stay with you long after they end, not because they were loud or dramatic, but because they felt too real. The following stories are true encounters shared by people who still don't understand what really happened to them. Listener discretion is advised. Story 1. The Man in the Snow. I need to explain something before I start. I have a hearing disability. I'm not completely deaf, but there are sounds I miss, voices I can't quite catch, warnings I sometimes don't hear until it's too late. I've learned to live with that reality, but one experience still makes me wonder if missing those sounds nearly cost me my life. This happened about a year ago, during winter in southern Quebec. I live in a small suburban neighborhood that borders a forest. It's usually quiet, almost comforting, and most of the residents know each other. During the colder months, I often take my dog, Monty, for walks through the forest trails behind my house. Monty is a Rottweiler Husky mix, strong and energetic, and he loves the snow. That afternoon, I took him out after a late lunch. Fresh snow had fallen overnight, leaving the trails nearly untouched. After about 30 minutes of walking, we reached a fork in the path. One trail was completely unmarked. I decided to take it. The path led to a clearing where I stopped to look at birds with binoculars I'd received for Christmas. While scanning the tree line, something caught my attention. A blue tarp. Beneath it, what looked like a makeshift shelter. It unsettled me, but it was getting dark, so I turned back. That's when Monty started acting strange. He slowed down, sniffing constantly, ears rigid. When I looked at the ground, my stomach dropped. There were footprints in the snow, much larger than my own. They hadn't been there before. Whoever made them had walked past me, without me noticing. As we continued, Monty suddenly stopped and began barking furiously at me. I turned around. A man stood less than a meter away. He was tall, wearing charcoal snow pants and a white camouflage jacket. His hands were buried in his pockets. He didn't move. He just stared. I couldn't hear what he was saying, if he was saying anything at all. I tried to explain that I was hard of hearing, gesturing awkwardly, feeling foolish and exposed. Eventually, I turned and left, my heart racing the entire walk home. That night, around 3 a.m., Monty woke me by licking my hand. Moments later, he was barking violently at the patio door. The motion light turned on. The same man stood in my backyard. I texted 911, grabbed a machete from under my bed, and locked myself in my room. Shadows moved beneath the door. I was convinced he was about to break in. He never did. By the time police arrived, the patio glass was shattered. The gate leading to the forest was open. They never found him. I don't walk those trails anymore. Story 2. The Message That Wasn't From My Dad. My name is Ember. I was 16 when this happened. My sister Kate and I went to the movies one afternoon in December. Halfway through the film, my phone buzzed loudly. It was my dad. Or so I thought. He texted asking if we could bring him lunch to the woods where he worked. It seemed normal, so we didn't question it. When we arrived, he didn't answer his phone. Only texts. He told us to meet him by the lake. A man sat there with his back to us, wearing a hood. I reached out and pulled it back. It wasn't my dad. The man smiled and waved my father's phone like a trophy. Then he grabbed my sister. We ran. Hours later, police recovered my dad's phone, but couldn't find the man. At 1 a.m., I received a message. I like that your house is lit only by your bedroom TV. I looked outside. He was there. An AirTag was later found on my car. He was never caught. Story 3. The Deer in My Car. In 2021, during a snowstorm, I crashed my car on a deserted road. While waiting for help, I heard footsteps. Then something hit my window. Boot prints circled my car. Blood stained the snow. I followed the trail into the woods. A decapitated deer lay there. When I returned to my car, its severed head sat in my driver's seat. By the time help arrived, it was gone. So was whoever did it. Some encounters never come with answers. If you've experienced something you still can't explain, remember, you're not alone. And sometimes surviving is the only closure we get.